Welcome back once again to GistF TV, your number one home for exclusive Nollywood gist, real stories, and emotional drama that the industry doesn't want you to know. If this is your first time here, kindly hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and stay connected because today's gist is hotter than a Lagos afternoon. This one is about two people whose names are currently shaking social media, the ever-handsome Nollywood heartthrob Bryan Okwara and the fast-rising screen goddess Bryan. What started as beautiful chemistry on screen has now exploded into one of the most talked about controversies Nollywood has seen in months. For those who don't know, Bryan and Bryan recently starred together in a romantic movie that had fans screaming, blushing, and begging for more. Their chemistry was undeniable, every scene felt real, every gaze carried fire, and every line between them seemed to have more meaning than the script itself. People immediately started shipping them, calling them Nollywood's new power couple. But behind those smiles and picture-perfect moments, insiders claim something else was brewing: tension, ego, and an emotional rollercoaster that would eventually spill beyond the set. According to an exclusive source who spoke to GistF TV, things between Bryan Okwara and Bryan started off beautifully. They hit it off instantly, sharing jokes, late-night rehearsals, and even eating together on set. Crew members reportedly adored their connection, saying it brought life to every shooting day. They were like best friends, one production assistant said. Always together, always laughing. You could feel the chemistry, it wasn't forced. But as filming continued, that same chemistry allegedly started blurring professional lines. Rumors began swirling that Bryan was developing real feelings for Bryan, while she was trying to keep things strictly professional. One insider claimed, Bryan was all in, but Bryan wanted to focus on her craft. She didn't want distractions. Things reportedly got awkward when gossip spread around the set that Bryan had confessed to her, but she didn't respond the way he hoped. Still, they maintained their professionalism, smiling for the cameras even when tension was bubbling underneath. Then came the premiere night, the red carpet moment that broke the internet. When Bryan and Bryan arrived together, fans lost their minds. The way they looked at each other, the way they posed, it screamed romance. Social media exploded instantly. Twitter went wild with hashtags like #Bryan and Bryan forever and #NewNollywoodCoupleGoals. Fans flooded their comment sections with heart emojis and wedding jokes. One fan wrote, "These two are giving us everything we've been missing in Nollywood love stories." Another added, "Forget acting, they're in love for real." But behind the glitz of that glamorous night, a different story was unfolding. Sources at the event told GistF TV that Bryan seemed distant after the red carpet, barely interacting with Bryan during the after-party. She looked uncomfortable, an eyewitness said. Bryan was trying to talk to her, but she kept avoiding eye contact. Hours later, fans noticed Bryan had unfollowed Bryan on Instagram, and that was it. The internet went crazy. "She unfollowed him already," one fan tweeted. "Something must have gone down." Within days, gossip blogs started spinning wild stories. Some claimed Bryan had been too forward with his feelings. Others said Bryan's team advised her to distance herself to protect her brand. A few even alleged that Bryan was dating someone else secretly, and Bryan found out. But none of them addressed the truth, until now. In a shocking move, Bryan broke her silence during a recent live interview. When asked about Bryan Okwara, her tone was calm but heavy. "Bryan is an amazing actor," she began. "Working with him was inspiring, but sometimes, people confuse professional chemistry with personal connection. I value my peace, and I don't like unnecessary drama." That statement sent shockwaves across the industry. Fans immediately knew something deeper had happened. Bryan, on the other hand, decided to take the high road. Instead of responding directly, he dropped a cryptic post on his Instagram page that read, "Not everyone you vibe with is meant to stay in your story." Fans interpreted it as his subtle reply to Bryan. One comment under his post read, "We know who this is about, Bryan. Just let it go." Another fan wrote, "You two were perfect. Why spoil it?" But the real gist didn't stop there. According to a reliable Nollywood insider, things had gotten so intense between the two that producers had to intervene. The insider told GistF TV that the director noticed their energy on set changing. At first, it was love tension. Later, it became emotional tension. You could tell something personal had happened between them, the source said. Some crew members even claimed the emotional realism in their final kissing scene was because they were channeling real feelings that had gone sour. Now, here's where the controversy deepens. After the movie's release, a leaked audio clip allegedly featuring Pearl venting to a friend began circulating online. In the recording, a woman's voice, sounding like Pearl, said, "I can't keep pretending on camera with someone who makes everything about himself." The voice also mentioned something about being disrespected off set. Though Pearl's team never confirmed or denied the clip, it added fuel to an already burning fire. Fans started dragging Bryan, accusing him of being arrogant and manipulative. One wrote, "He's handsome, yes, but maybe too full of himself." Another replied, "Pearl doesn't owe anyone fake energy. If she was disrespected, she did right by walking away." Bryan's loyal fans, however, fired back. They flooded GSTEF TV's comment section defending him. "Bryan is a gentleman. Y'all should stop believing every rumor," one wrote. Another said, "She's just playing the victim card. He gave her visibility, now she's flipping the script." The fan war turned brutal. Comment sections became battlefields, with hashtag Team Bryan and hashtag Team Pearl trending for days. But amid the chaos, something unexpected happened. A few of their mutual colleagues started speaking up. One actress who worked with both told GSTEF TV, they both got carried away. "Pearl is emotional, Bryan is passionate. They clashed, but it's not as bad as the internet makes it look." Another crew member added, "They actually respected each other a lot, but too many people interfered. That's what ruined everything." Even with the tension, fans can't deny that Bryan and Pearl's on-screen connection remains magical. The movie they starred in has become one of Nollywood's most streamed romantic dramas this year, with fans rewatching scenes just to catch glimpses of that undeniable spark. Comments under those clips are wild. "You can't fake that energy," one user said. "They loved each other for real, and you can see it." Others disagreed, saying, "That's what great acting looks like. Stop confusing scripts with reality." As it stands, both actors are now moving on separately, focusing on new projects. Pearl has been busy with back-to-back movie deals and a brand endorsement, while Bryan has hinted at working on an international film. But despite their success, their names still find their way into headlines together, proof that their story, whether romantic or not, left a mark on fans. A few insiders whisper that reconciliation might still be possible. "They just need space," one said. Bryan has reached out a few times, but Pearl isn't ready to talk yet. Maybe in the future, they'll laugh about all this. But for now, both seem to have accepted that some stories are meant to be lessons, not lifelong partnerships. The emotional toll of this entire saga has shown fans that Nollywood stars aren't immune to heartbreak, ego, and public pressure. Behind the glamour, they are just humans trying to navigate fame and feelings. Pearl once said during her live chat, "I've learned that not everyone who makes you smile should have access to your peace." That line alone went viral, with fans turning it into quotes, memes, and even t-shirt prints. Meanwhile, Bryan's subtle charm and mystery keep fans glued to his page. His recent caption, "Sometimes silence says it all," has become a favorite quote among his loyal supporters. It's clear he's choosing peace over drama. At the end of the day, what happened between Bryan Okwara and Pearl will go down as one of Nollywood's most emotional yet mysterious stories, a blend of passion, miscommunication, and pride. Two beautiful souls whose connection lit up screens but couldn't survive the storms of real life. Whether they find a way back to each other or move on completely, fans will never forget the magic they created, both on screen and off. If you enjoyed this gist, don't forget to subscribe to GSTEF TV, turn on your notification bell, and keep it locked right here for more exclusive Nollywood stories, hidden truths, and emotional confessions that keep the industry talking. Because at GSTEF TV, we don't just give you stories, we give you the truth behind the camera.